Hi there, my name's Tim. I'm currently serving out my quarantine on the beach in Mexico. There's the beautiful Pacific Ocean behind me that you can see. It's a hard life, but somebody's got to do it. You know, as we go through this crazy pandemic that we're going through together all over the world, we see every day there's stories of sorrow, but also stories of joy. Stories of heroes, people you would never consider to become heroes are now heroes. One thing that really amazes me is where do people go to when they need comfort? Where do people run to when they need security in their life? I've had the opportunity of traveling around the world. I've lived in a number of countries, and I've traveled to over 35 different countries to serve. But watching this pandemic, it's been really interesting. Not right, not wrong, just interesting to see, what do people deem as important. What do people really need in their lives when they need comfort and security? If you go to France, the essential shops to keep open are the bread shops, or the chocolate shops. If you go to the UK, it's the off licenses have to be kept open. If you go to Australia, it's the off licenses, but it's also the toy shops. We've got to keep our kids occupied. If you go to Switzerland, they've been running out of milk. Everyone need their milk, going crazy for milk. Half the world in England and Australia, it's been toilet paper. If you go to a number of states in the US, they try to shut the gun shops down to say they weren't essential. There was absolute uproar, and they've had the highest selling of guns on record. If you go to Colorado, they tried to shut down the marijuana dispensaries, but absolute uproar, and they've seen such an upturn in sales of marijuana. Again, not right, not wrong. I'm not judging either way, but it's just interesting to see where people run to when they need hope. I don't know if you saw on the news a couple of years ago, April the 17th, 2018, a flight took off from New York on its way to Dallas. In the cockpit was a pilot named Tammy Jo Schultz. She was an ex-naval pilot in the US Navy, very highly skilled in safety and training other people to fly. Just as they took off, one of the engines blew out. If you want to crash, this is the woman you want in your cockpit. As the engine blew out, one of the windows blew out, and obviously you can imagine all the masts dropped down, and all you could hear on the plane lost like 4,000 feet in like a second, and it was crazy. And everyone thought they were going to die. Tammy got on the speaker and spoke to one of the stewardesses, and you couldn't hear anything in this plane, but the stewardesses walked round person by person and said, grabbed hold of them and said, "We have a destination, we are going to land. We have a destination, we are going to land." When we have a destination in our lives, we have hope, and hope changes everything. So as we're going through this pandemic together, I want to ask you, where do you run to when you need hope? Do you have a destination in your life that you've got to run to? Or do you flit around between different places? Things come and go, money comes and goes, people come and go in our lives. But the one thing that stays the same is Jesus Christ. So I want to encourage you, as you're navigating through this craziness of life, as you're navigating through this whole time of turbulence, and some of us don't know when our next paycheck is going to come. Some of us don't know if some of our families are going to survive it. Some of us don't know if they're going to have a job tomorrow. But I want to remind you that 2,000 years ago, Jesus Christ came into this world and died so that we can have relationship with the maker of this universe. Some people say, well, I'm not sure if there's a God, but I just ask you to look around. The whole world is just far too complex to think there is no God. And I want to encourage you, if you're looking for hope, if you're looking for some comfort in this time of craziness, I just challenge you. Turn to Jesus. Get on your knees and pray. And I promise you that Jesus will answer. And Jesus will be the answer to the hope of this crazy time. Have a wonderful day. And don't be too jealous of my beach in Mexico. God bless you.